Hi, Chris.
Hello?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? It's been a long day, huh?
But it's been a
But
good
you're
day.
still? Okay.
I am here.
You're here, right. And you're enjoying the work with railbirds, it feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, no, I really have enjoyed it. It's been interesting because usually you take on a project and you know exactly where it's going to end up, and this one has been up and down all around, but I've enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. And you've played other kinds of roles. You've done all sorts of acting.
I've done a lot of
Over
different.
the
I've done a lot of
years.
different types of acting.
And the police interviews, what else?
The dinner murder mysteries for
right.
7
Yeah,
years.
All those years of that.
And that's
Sure.
really where I, got my feet wet acting, was playing just completely outrageous characters.
Right.
Which I really thought it was good for me because when I first got into acting, I think it was fair to say I was a pretty shy person.
Definitely
I
shy.
didn't like big groups, but when I had to go out there and say play a gay hairdresser or a dress in drag or play a mafia boss or something, and then have to address a whole group live with no scripted dialogue, it was really good. It gave me a lot of confidence that just socially I could go out and do well with people. So I think that was really sort of the catalyst that got me kind of addicted to acting, as well as it just being really fun. It was, you really get to learn a lot from it, but also just, I think all the acting I've done, I don't think I've done any acting except for a couple really annoying student shoots. I've really enjoyed being, actually being in the projects.
And do you have any roles in mind that you'd particularly like to do in the future? What would be your ideal role?
I don't address it like that. I don't think. I don't. I know a lot of people come up with a list of where they're going to be in 5 years, or what's my ideal role, or.
That's not you.
That's definitely not me. I more point myself in the right direction and
let it unfold.
Let it unfold, and just respond appropriately with what's right in front of me. Yeah, I mean, of course, obviously, I do some planning for the future, but no, I don't say I've got to work with this director and that's my life goal. I've never thought like that.
Well, perhaps that makes you a little bit different than many actors. Do you have any explanation for why you would think in those ways as opposed to having the life list that so many people seem to have?
Well, as you well know, but our audience doesn't know, I when I was about 23, I had finished college, and I was I knew I wanted to do something where I got to understand just people and spirituality. So I ended up in a graduate school.
I well remember.
Yes, studying East-West psychology.
Yeah.
And I say I got about 4 or 5 weeks into it, and like, this is incredibly boring, and so off the mark of what I wanted. And I wanted to do something that was the thing, doing it.
To do it instead of study it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, by nature, I'm a very physical person. I love sports, I love to do things. And so, it was a little strange studying a spiritual practice, actually. Reading in a book what things are doing, if that's the thing you're interested in. So, to me, the whole program seemed off the mark, for lack of
You lasted a quarter.
I didn't last a full year, though.
No.
And then, what I found, which was the perfect fit, was doing a martial art that's heavily influenced by Zen. And that's what I've been doing for, 16 years, 17 years now.
That's what it comes to.
Yeah, and I have a 4th degree black belt in that, and still doing it. And but I think to answer your question about like not having life lists, that's when you're doing something like a Zen martial art, when you're on the mat, that's all you're doing right there. When you have someone, well, any martial art, but particular in our art, we really focus on if someone's right in front of you, you bow to them when you start to do a technique because you're present with them. You're acknowledging, we're doing this, I'm here with you. And I think that's more my orientation. So I'm not thinking I've got to have this or accomplish this down the road. It's just, I mean, honestly, it's so not my orientation. So, you know, earning a certain salary or being able to retire by a certain year,
You don't think in that
I don't at all. I think about things that are important to me that I think are important to do, but things I like to do. So, like I really love dogs. So but I can't own a dog in my apartment. So every Tuesday and Thursday I walk 2 or 3 sets of dogs at lunch. And yeah, I get paid a little bit of money and that's nice, but it's something that I just really like to do. Where I'll be within a year, 6 months, 2 months, I don't know. But I really do enjoy doing it right now. And I think that approach has always served me well. You know, I'm 40 years old now, I'm healthy, I've got a roof over my head, I'm enjoying my life. I really enjoy my life. And and I very just quietly optimistic about where it's going. So,
what about that poker game?
What about
How's
that poker
going? I hear you kind of cleaned up last week.
Yeah. I had a really good week. Yeah, it was funny. With poker, I think you remember I took an aptitude test when I was in high school.
I remember we went through that.
Yes, and it said that I had excellent number pattern recognition skills.
So I thought he's going to be an accountant.
That's what they said. They said he would be an excellent accountant.
Can you imagine?
Well, yeah, I'd probably be good at that. I don't really want to do it though. So now I use those skills to make money at poker.
Right. Good for you.
Yes.
Why not?
Yesterday we did a rehearsal in the morning, and unfortunately I got home to play in a tournament. Won $1,200. Said
okay.
And
Not a bad day's work.
Not a bad day's work. And like anything with poker, it's patience, being present, and it fits me well.
Good. Yeah, I'd say that you have pulled together a lot of your talents, and it feels right. Feels just right to me. Great to talk to you, as always.